not enough. We need full funding for our schools. I am Rabbi Lauren Graybell Herman, Rabbi of Cold Sedek Synagogue, the mother of a Philadelphia public school student, and a member of POWER, Philadelphians organized to witness, empower, and rebuild. A community organization of 41 congregations spanning racial, religious, ethnic, economic, and geographic lines to come together to make this a city of opportunity for everyone. We are here to say that we have heard the news from the mayor and the council, and we want to express that it is not enough. We applaud the mayor's efforts. We appreciate that he has proposed $50 million to get our schools open on September 9th. We acknowledge his leadership and thank him for his efforts, but it is not enough. $50 million might be able to open our schools on September 9th, but it is not enough to educate our children. $50 million guarantees teachers and principals and security guards just to get the doors open. It does not give them guidance counselors that all children need and deserve, the nurses and noontime aides and other school aides that provide an environment in which children can grow and thrive. It is not enough. We will settle for nothing less than the $180 million that our superintendent, Dr. Height himself, has told us is the money he needs in order to make our children safe. Furthermore, we want to take this opportunity to say to the governor that we want full funding for our kids so that they can get a fair shot, and we want this money with no strings attached. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Governor, it is not enough. If we want to educate our children to become productive citizens of Philadelphia and the world, then we have to stop setting them up for failure, allowing them to fall through the cracks of an overcrowded classroom and underfunded schools. We need to give each student the opportunity to fulfill their God-given potential by giving them the basic resources they need to learn. It is not enough. We also applaud Mayor Nutter for calling for a fair funding formula so that we do not have to see ourselves in the same position year after year after year. POWER and its allies cannot agree more and pledge to work toward that goal. School funding should be based on real facts and needs, not on the political whim of leaders who are all too happy to play political football with our children's future. Further, we plan to make education the #1 issue in the upcoming election, and we vow to engage citizens on the issue of education, so that our future can be brighter for our city's future.
Can you, David, just spell your name again and say what
Lauren, Lauren, Graybell, Grabelle, no hyphen, Herman, Herrmann.
And you are?
Rabbi of Cold Sedek Synagogue in West Philadelphia. KOL, Sedek, the new word, Sedek, T-Z-E-D-E-K.
Okay. And just say and spell your name first, because I didn't get it the other time. You talk to me.
My name is Kevin R. Johnson, Senior Pastor of Rhino Baptist Church and a member of POWER. Today we've come, members of POWER, clergy, coalition, teachers, educators, because we are concerned about our children. We've come today to applaud, first of all, Mayor Nutter for making sure that there is money for our children with the $50 million loan. We also applaud Councilman Clark and City Council for their efforts in making sure that we are able to open up schools on September 9th. However, the superintendent of the school district of Philadelphia asked Governor Corbett, state legislators, and the city of Philadelphia for $180 million. In March 2013, Dr. Height announced that there was a budget gap requesting $304 million to ensure that our children would be safe and would have the right environment to learn. He asked for $60 million from the city, $120 million from the state, and he also asked for concessions from the unions. We thank Mayor Nutter and also Councilman Clark, President Clark, for their efforts to ensure that our schools will be able to open on time on September 9th. However, the tragedy today is that we are 26 days away from school opening, and the governor has only given us $2 million. Mr. Governor, that's not enough. When you look at the fact that our children don't have all the resources that they need, it's not enough. When you look at the fact that you are spending $400 million to build new prisons and not spending enough money to build up schools, it's not enough. When we look at the fact that the business community, that you are a friend to them, but it appears to be, Mr. Governor, that you're an enemy to public schools, it's not enough.
Not enough.
And when you look at the fact that you are willing to stand up for Marcella Shell, but yet you seem to turn your back on the school children here in Philadelphia, Mr. Governor, we've come to tell you today that it's not enough.
Not enough.
Excuse me, we thank the mayor, we thank the city council, we thank Dr. Height for their leadership. But Mr. Governor, you have a long ways to go, for it seems like that you have put our children on the back burner when they should be at the front. It's not enough, and we will not stop until we get the $180 million for our children. They deserve nothing less. They deserve the best, because it is not enough.